everybody? Welcome to Show Some Hus. Nuggets are winners tonight, 110 to 105. They improved to 53-23, and that equals the amount of wins we had last year with, 6 games left? Is that right? Can I do math right? That's 2 games without an accident. And this was, when you look at the Spurs in the Eastern Conference, they are dead bottom, I think. No, sorry. The Spurs are in the Western Conference. I know that. They are dead bottom in the Western Conference. Um, t tough first half, I'll say. Just could not get separation from the Spurs. It was a struggle. It was a serious struggle to find separation. Um, Nikola Jokic with a huge night, 42, 16, and 6. MPJ, 15, 16, and 3. Aaron Gordon, 23, 7, and 4. Only 17 points from our bench. Now, we only played 4 guys, and really we only played 3 guys. DJ only got 6 minutes, which is what we've expected. Leo and I have talked about this. What you're looking at right here is the playoff rotation with Jamal thrown in there. This is what it will look like. I anticipate Justin Holiday getting a little bit less time, but still time with Jamal back. But yeah, it was a close game. I'm gonna read what Leo sent me, and he's coming back from the game. Said tonight was a roller coaster, red hot, then flat, then red hot, then flat, and then we figured it out. And that's what championships teams do. You're not going to play at your very best every single night, especially in an 82 game season. And it's becoming more glaring how important Jamal is. Reggie is better off the bench. I think he has done a phenomenal job stepping in. However, it can't be a long-term thing. Um, and what we're gonna start doing is talking about the atmosphere at ball. And tonight, Leo said it was pretty good. Wanted you to know that he got his lemonade on the 3rd floor, which we're not too far from his seats, so that's good to know. But yeah, I thought a big moment was in the 3rd quarter. Christian Brown D'd up Wemby, right? The best he could. You're not gonna when you're Christian Brown at what, 6'4", 6'3". I'm not quite sure how tall he is, but he's definitely not at the same height as Wemby, and he's definitely not as long as Wemby. And he does not back down, gets isolated kind of, I think, on that left block, and just kind of ushers Wemby to the baseline where Wemby cannot get a clean shot and forces a huge turnover. And after that, we really started to get some separation. The only issue is we did not end the 3rd quarter well at all. We only terrible possessions to where when, I know we've seen Joker throw up last second threes. Yeah, they go in sometimes, but you got to be playing the Lakers apparently, because it's not a consistent thing. And we only ended up being up by 1 at the end of the 3rd. And then, a big play in the 4th quarter, we had an ATO, I think around the 2:45 mark. And what we did is we did some action on the outside, got the ball up top. I believe it was to KCP. Could be wrong, can't remember. But we set a ball screen on Joker to get Wemby switched off, right? So he didn't have to deal with Wemby. We get a nice 2. That was huge, I thought. And Spurs didn't go away, but we did figure it out. I will have to say, Christian Brown, you got to dunk that, man. You got to go up and dunk that. I understand that we lucked out and MPJ hits, the big three of the game. And I understand Wemby was right there, but you got to go up and dunk that. Man, that was just wide open. um, Overall, I thought Christian Brown played pretty well. I thought DeAndre Jordan gave us the good 6 minutes that we can expect from him and that we will probably see in these playoffs. Justin Holiday, I thought played really well. He was a +9 off the bench. Three rebounds for him, a steal, an assist, and he had two blocks. Justin Holiday, not a big guy, but he's long and he hustles. And 5 points to go with all that. Peyton Watson, defensively, pretty good down the stretch. 7 points, 6 boards, 2 assists, and 2 blocks. I Peyton Watson is such a wild card for me. I mean, there's times I think the guy could be the best player on the floor, and then there's times where I'm kind of scratching my head. But every time he does make those head scratching type of plays, you can see it in his face. Like he knows he's learning from this. He's still young. That's the one thing that has me not concerned even a little bit about him. This guy is going to become something special, I believe. Um, and I think he's pretty special right now. He's a big portion of this team, especially going into this playoff run. Um, Aaron Gordon, big tonight. Uh, and I'll just say it. The hustle man of the match for Leo tonight was Aaron Gordon because it was for not shooting that three when he was open for about half the shot clock. And it ended up winding up into a layup. And that was huge. Took the lead. And yeah, I mean, a lot of guys wouldn't have said no to that. And he did. And it was probably the right choice because Aaron Gordon is, probably our worst 3-point shooter of the starting five. I don't mind him taking one or two or even sometimes three threes a game. I don't want him putting up the same type of volume as say MPJ or Jamal or KCP, but that's maturity. That's him understanding the situation, and it was an important moment. It's silly, but it was an important moment. Um, my hustle man of the match tonight is gonna have to be Christian Brown. I I don't know. I love his energy. I love his energy. He had 7 assists tonight. It seems to me like he's working on that spin move. Just got to get the finish down, and then don't be afraid to go up. We know the guy's got hops. Finish at the rim. I've never played against Victor Wembanyama, but I would have tried to dunk that. And maybe Christian Brown made the right choice. I'm not sure. So maybe I'm being too critical. However, I thought overall he gave us what we needed, especially with Jamal out. It seems to me that he's been kind of playing that point when we need to get Reggie some rest because I don't think Gillespie's going to be getting any more time here unless it's garbage time for the rest of the year. I think 6 games remaining in this season. I think that's how we're going to treat things is every single game is a playoff game. I think with the Thunder losing tonight, and yes, the Nuggets are back in the first place spot in the Western Conference, where the Spurs are also in the Western Conference. Just want to clarify. I remember that. And and I think, you know what? Let's just go out. Let's win 6 straight. Why not? I did not anticipate the Thunder to have a hiccup tonight. They did run into a re-energized 76ers team that got Joel Embiid back tonight. And yeah, let's just go for the one. And if we don't get it, I don't want it to be the end of the world. I just feel like having each game feel like playoff intensity will help us going into the playoffs. Just we need to feel that. We need to kind of get used to that intensity because it is a very different type of intensity. One thing I started doing tonight, and I want to kind of talk about is I did some per minute advanced stats, and I mean you're not going to be surprised. The green lit up is Points. If you look here, got points, rebounds, assists, turnovers, and total steals. And it's based on per minute. So these are the minutes played by each guy. And it's no surprise across the three main statistics in basketball, points, rebounds, assists, Nikola Jokic is leading our team, at least in the starters. Um, Christian Brown, look at that. Most assists tonight. Yeah, I mean, it came out of nowhere. But the guy, he works so hard, and there's so much that I just find comfort in when he is in the game. I don't expect anything spectacular, but I know I'm not gonna be upset because of lack of effort. Aaron Gordon, you know, zero point 0.7 points per minute. It's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. Michael Porter Jr. has been a huge force on our team when it comes to rebounding. He had the most rebounds per minute. Um, and you look at this turnover one, and you had nearly five guys without a turnover. And yes, the three on the bench, you play less minutes, less likely to have a turnover, so that makes sense, right? And then steals. Justin Holiday had a steal, had the most per minute. Um, yeah, I really like looking at this in an efficiency way. Um, because there are some nights, for example, you know, DeAndre Jordan not having a turnover in 6 minutes, good job, but that's kind of an expectation. I'm not going to give someone a gold star for an expectation. If you're only playing 6 minutes, I kind of expect zero turnovers. You're playing 38 minutes, you're going to have some turnovers, especially when you see the floor like he does. There's going to be some risks taken from Joker. But yeah, I want to start doing this going forward. I really like this. It's just an efficiency kind of thing to look at. And yeah, Nuggets again, winners tonight, 110, 105, 2 games without an accident. We are climbing back up that board again. The warehouse is starting to feel a little bit safe. Let's keep Michael Scott away. And then Nuggets, 53 wins, 23 losses. Last year, we had a total of 53 wins in the regular season. This is this is so fun to watch. This is fantastic. Um, Shout out to Leo and April. Hope you guys had an amazing time tonight. Um, Season winding down, and yeah, let's all get ready for the playoffs. This is going to be so fun. But we've got 6 big ones coming up. Let's Now that we're in the driver's seat, let's let's get that 1 seed. I mean, it's still not even guaranteed if we win all 6. If we win all 6, only a 2 is guaranteed. So let's let's just make sure we're playing well. Let's stay healthy. I have no update on Jamal. I don't know. Part of me thinks if this was a playoff game, he'd be playing. So that's what has me not concerned. This is We are being extremely cautious because we are putting a lot of our eggs in the playoff basket, and I don't blame us. So yeah. Um, let's all not forget to show some hus until Thursday, and we play. Can't remember, but I will link it on the back end of this. And yeah, see you all in the next one.